I am at one of the homes for the Weston Candlelight Home Tour happening this weekend right here in historic Weston on December 3rd and 4th. This is the 41st annual Candlelight Home Tour here in Weston, and this year the theme is remodeled, restored, and rescued. What does it take to make Weston, Missouri your home for the holidays? There are 6 homes on the tour this year, and I've had the pleasure of helping set up one of the homes, gotten a little bit of a behind-the-scenes peek, and there's a lot that goes into it. So we thought it'd be fun to give you a little bit of a sneak peek and chat with the owner a little bit. I'm here with Julie Adams. She is a mortgage loan officer with AmeriFirst Financial, and we're going to be chatting a little bit with your dad, who is the homeowner. So Julie, can you tell me, how did your home get selected?
Yes, thanks, Katie. So really by chance is how it happened. The chamber called and asked if Dad would be willing to be on the home tour this year. And frankly, Dad is stuck in his ways and likes his routine. So he was a little hesitant about it, but Dad loves this town very much, and sometimes I think he cherishes it more than me. So as long as I promised him that all he needed to do was get the history together and that I would do all the decorating with my team of elves, he was all in.
All right, well, let's go chat with him a little bit.
Okay. Dad, your roots go very deep here in Weston. Can you tell us a little bit about when our ancestors came to Weston or Platte County?
Okay, my great-great-grandfather Smither came to Platte County in 1844. He homesteaded a piece of property over at Ridgely, and that's where he lived. And he had a couple of children, and one of his children was Ben Smither, and his name was Ben as well, Benjamin Henry. And Benjamin Henry married my great-grandmother, who was Lucy Throckmorton.
Okay.
So that's how we originally got into Platte County. And then when my mother and father married, they lived outside of Weston and then moved to Weston in 1944 during World War II.
Okay.
And that's how we arrived in Weston.
Okay, super.
But anyway, she grew up on a farm outside of Weston on Lamar Road.
Your mom?
My mother.
Okay.
And my grandfather and grandmother Smither had a farm over on Lamar Road, and that's where my roots established for the Weston area.
Okay,
Awesome.
Super.
Well, I've heard your house actually has a pretty interesting history too. Can you tell us a little about that?
Well, first of all, I was born and raised in Weston, went to school all 12 years at West Platte, and moved back in 2012 when my wife passed away in 2010. And I looked at several houses, and this one became available, and it was the only house I'd looked at that was move-in ready. So I bought it, and after I purchased the house, I found out that the house next door was an African American church, and the first 2 rooms of my home were the parsonage for that particular church. So that's the history that I know, and they added on in 1942. The first 2 rooms were built in the late 1800s.
It was originally just the first 2 rooms.
Just the first 2 rooms, yeah.
Wow.
Perfect.
So is there a theme to the house this weekend?
There is a theme. So tying into the fact that the home is a parsonage or was a parsonage, the entire, well, one of the rooms is dedicated to faith and religion in Weston. So we go through the different religion through the years here in Weston. And then we have one room that we've dedicated completely to Ben Holiday. And okay, so Dad, can you tell us a little bit about Ben Holiday and his relation to our ancestry?
Well, the first 70 years of my life, I had no idea that Ben Holiday was anything more than a stagecoach king.
Okay.
But when I was doing some genealogy research on my great-great-grandmother Throckmorton, come to find out she is the half-sister to Ben and David Holiday. So that is how that all came about.
Awesome.
Research. On Ancestry.com.
Okay, wonderful.
Really neat.
Yeah.
Really neat. Well, I am really excited. I'm honored to be a docent here this weekend. Thank you both for sharing your history, and thank you for opening up your house this weekend. It's going to be a great weekend for the homes tour. It's a great weekend to come out and just support Weston, and all the shops down the town will be open. It'll be a great time to get into this The festive spirit, the holiday spirit.
Yep.
And you can still get your tickets online.
Correct, at westonmo.us, and you can also buy them the day of. They'll sell them during will call at the Methodist Church on Main Street.
Awesome. We hope to see you guys there.
And this year's theme is Remodeled, Restored, and Rescued: What It Takes to Make Weston, Missouri home for the holidays.
All right.